Hello, welcome back everybody. Today we are um continuing with the project. Last time we were able to finally get a list that was working. Um so we are able to send application information from an Android simulator back into our Flutter application. And now we're going to focus on two things. We're going to focus on hopefully converting the image, encoded image that is now a byte string into back into an image, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. And the second thing is to take those images as well as the rest of the app information and populate it into a list in our Flutter application. So hopefully we can do that today. Um, and yeah, if you haven't seen the progress so far, or you seem a little bit confused as to what's happening, then make sure to check out the last video to catch up on all of the progress that's been happening so far. And if you're new here, then welcome to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is Joemer, and I am a Google software engineer. This channel is about things that I do, mostly unrelated to my job. Sometimes I talk about my job, but for the most part, it is it is my life after work, and I am working right now on my productivity mobile app. That is my biggest project, and yeah, I'm super passionate about it and ready to work on it today. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing, obviously, that we need to do is we got to get the emulator up and going. Um, we figure out a bunch of different things. Um, so I'm pretty happy about where we left off from the last video. Oh, that doesn't look very good. This is probably just Logcat's. Okay, yeah, it's just kind of glitching out. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I just don't really understand. Um, Oh, failure to handle method call. Yeah, that's probably just because the app isn't running yet. All right, cool. So we're gonna compile this. Specifically last time we just finished hooking up the focus page model, and what this model does is it just loads information that we need specifically for the focus page um, when we need it. And right now, lazy is set to false, so it automatically creates it when we start running the app. We I don't know if we want to make that lazy yet, but uh, for the most part, we've had the most success when we don't instantiate these things lazily. Just because all the information that we need um, is pre-populated before we go into the pages, and it makes transition smooth. It makes list initialization smooth, and hopefully everything will turn out well. I think while we're waiting for this to debug, yeah, I was watching some anime. Uh, Probably want to X out this for now. I can always get back to it, and that way you guys can just have a clear set of tabs to look at. Um, the thing is that let's see. Oh, I should have shoot. I should have bitmap manipulation or bitmap Android to a Flutter image. Sending bitmap to Flutter from Android platform. Wow, that was pretty specific, but exactly what we need. Uh, okay, image bytes. Okay, it seems like all you have to do is just do image.memory. I don't know exactly what we did. Let's see. We encoded the bits into a byte array. So byte array Android to Flutter image. Use this for your image widget. Image dot. Oh, you can just do image.memory. Okay, let's give this a go. And then yeah, you can just add the bytes to it. So we can try this out for sure. Okay. Let's do encoded string here. And okay, and we still have things pre-populating. That's awesome. And this focus model will get called when the model is initialized. And the only thing left to do is to grab this app list that is in the focus page model here. I also feel like I should map this to what it actually is rather than leaving it dynamic. So maybe like map, or what is it? It's a list of map string, comma string. I think that's what it is. Expect it to find. Is it just not processing? Oh, it's the code's analyzing. Okay. Let's save this and let's see. I'm pretty sure if we refresh this will also check if this will work. Okay, it seems like it's working. Okay, cool. And then the next thing to do Okay, the next thing to do would be to create or to pull the applets in. So let's try doing that. So the way to pull the applets in would be when we build it. It's okay to do it when we build, right? Because yes. So last time we actually created we actually generated this app list every time that this widget built, but now we're not generating this list every time it builds. We're just grabbing the information every time we build. So what we want to do is we want this to say just fixing my mic a bit. It's kind of getting in the way of my typing. I think this is okay. I'm just making sure that my camera's still focused. All right, let's take a look at what we did in a different page because I kind of forgot what I did. But we need to pull in the schedule model, and to do that, we need to do something similar to this. You need to pull in and do focus page model. And okay, and so this line here, what it does is it just grabs the model from the build context, and the build context is the hierarchy tree. And so models live throughout the widget tree. And so we're just grabbing this. You can do .watch or you can do .read, depending on what you need. If you just need the information and you don't need to listen to information, you can just do read. And if you want this widget to always listen while it's active to changes in the model, then you would do watch. And in this case, you just want read because we don't expect this app list to change. We don't expect new applications to be installed. And even if it does, that's not necessarily something that that's going to happen within our app. So, which is what watch is for. So for example, like read is fine because if we installed a new app and we, for example, we exited out of the app like this, and we exited the app, and we were like, okay, time to go back to our app. When we re-entered the app, this widget, I'm pretty sure, right? It'll, well, I don't know if it's because I touched it, but every time this app will, should refresh the widget with any new information. It should. So here we're just going to grab the app list. So let's just for now, I mean, I guess we can, I guess this is fine. We could just call it, or yeah, we could just say final list equals app list. All right, and we're gonna try populating. So let's see here. This is a list, so it should have a size. So we're going to, where is it? Am I in the wrong area? I'm in the wrong area. Whoops. The first thing we're going to do is take this out and bring, this is the header, right? So we want to bring this to the actual page. Save it. Oh, the field app list has not yet been initialized. Really? Oh, I see. So this is asking to be generated on a save? Let's see here. Oh, that's very interesting. Um, what's happening here? Okay, so applets is not being generated. Is it possible to have an async constructor? No, right? How do we do this? We have an await, and we need to wait for how to handle async functions in Flutter widgets. Future builder, right? Future builder. But in general, you should never create or get a future inside of the build. Instead, do it from init state. Yeah, init state seems like a good place to. Init state seems like a good place to do it. I guess the problem is that okay, so the problem is that even though we initialize the focus page model in the beginning of our application, because we're working in a debug mode where we automatically show this screen, we don't have enough time for the model to grab the app list and finish this async function before we go into this particular page. And my first thought was, oh, well, you can just ignore that. You can just, like, this isn't a real life situation, but it can be. Well, potentially it can be. There can be a situation where somebody terminates their application and then jumps back into it. The app restarts, but tries to jump into this particular page to bring them back to the page that they were currently in, if that's the behavior that we set. Most apps just bring you back to the home page, but who knows what happens or what will happen in the future. Maybe there will be an update to Flutter or the way things work on Android, and it allows apps to do that. And in that case, there would be a bug. So the next thing that I'm trying to figure out is how we can do things to initialize them. I think what I want to do, I wonder if I can do a override void init state. Is there an init state here? Invalid param. Did I do this wrong? Void init state. It looks correct. Let me try doing this. It might just be because yeah. I wonder why it does that. Hold Alt key to switch to editor language. Very weird why I have to hold Alt key for that, but it isn't defined. Yeah, it isn't defined because this isn't a stateful object. Is this okay? Is this okay? Var, do some running calculation. Okay, and in this one they do like an await. Remove the async code to init state and update it. I'm kind of confused why init state fixes it. We'll ask a AI while we wait. Oh, can you make it async? Oh, this is not a good practice. Future builder, async, user model, snapshot. The thing is, I don't want like a weird circle. I want the information to be there. And if it's not there, I just want it to not show anything. What did I guess I never had to deal with async problems yet until now. Okay, so here somebody just uses init state Okay, let's do this. Let's do an init state and see if that works. Excuse me. I'm still on the tail end of being sick, so apologize for that. Let's convert this to a stateful widget. You can just do that by right-clicking and doing refactor, I think, and then you can convert it to a stateful widget. And we can try to do this here. Future void. Why does it keep doing this? Okay, there we go. Fixed it. We can do this, and then we can where's our focus page? Oh, whoops. This is not where we want it. Whoops. This is in the focus page, which we do not want it in. We want it here. So we're going to convert this to a stateful object. We're going to do this here. Oh no, we have to do this in the here in extend state. And we want to, I think we just want to trigger, yeah, we want to say, I don't know if this has how to access build context in init state Flutter widgets. You can move your initialization logic to did change dependencies. However, that might not be exactly what you want, as did change can happen multiple times. Wrapping future. Okay, so I guess we can do this. We can try that out. And let's see if this works. We'll say that if this is equal to null, what's wrong here? Unnecessary new, try removing new, the operand can't be null. Why can't it be null? Why can't it be null? Okay, we'll just say if the is empty. If it is empty, we should do focus page.model dot. Oh, we have this as an get Apples. All right, let's try this. Let's see if this works. And then hopefully what this will do is we can wait here. And hopefully what this will do is it will load the app list properly. Did that work? App list has not been initialized. Let's try refreshing again. No, that seems to break it. Okay. Okay, I think the way that I have the init state is incorrect. All right, let's try doing something like this. I did this before where you can like get the provider. I just don't know if that's correct. All right, let's terminate this. Let's just do a void. Maybe we can just get away with this. Let's see if this works. Just a void with async. Will that work? Probably not. All right, after this doesn't work, we will try to use a provider. I believe I did that in this sheet here. Or this one. Used it towards the top. Yeah, I used a provider here. So we can try doing this. The problem is we're just not giving enough time for we're not giving enough time for this to debug or for this to to populate. It's returning a future again. I just don't want to use a builder. It just seems a little too complicated. But if that's the way that we have to do things, maybe maybe I just have to accept that. All right, let's try doing this. So this just takes the app list. Okay, no, we just get a app list has not been initialized again. So I think we will have to go with a builder here. So let's do this. Let's oh, whoops. Convert back to a stateless here, because we don't need this to be stateful anymore. And let's try to let's see what we can do here. All right, let's see. I don't understand. The way they have it, this is the same as what this guy is doing, where you do an async future void and you call it in its state. But maybe let's do a refresh and see if we're actually calling this here. Okay, I don't think we're calling it. I think that's the problem. Let's see. Okay, that's the problem. The problem is that we're trying to initialize the app list before we're trying to initialize the app list and we're marking it as late, but it doesn't have anything in it. So we should just why don't we just do this? Like that. If we do that, will it stop complaining? I think I might have just bit off a little bit more than I could chew. All right, let's just close this and restart it up. See if that works. All right, see if this breaks again. All right, it populates. That's a good sign. Now let's see. Okay. Now to be honest, if that's how it works, what if we do this and we print Apple's here, will it still generate? Is the question. All right, let's do a log. It's not defined. I need to import Dart. Honestly, I'm gonna import Dart developer in the main shelf here, just so that we always get to use it. Oh, it says import. We have to export this. Okay, this is lame. It's throwing a weird. Let's look this up because I want to stop having to import Dart Developer every time. Uh, let's give this to Bard because Google isn't helping too much. I forgot how to do exports. Is there any export pages that there doesn't seem to be any export pages. Okay, show. It's a the keyword is show. Show log. Does that work? Okay, that seems to work. Uh, okay, that doesn't seem to work, so I'll just use print. Okay, here the app list doesn't show. So let's put this back in. Save it. Okay, app list still doesn't show. Oh, okay, app list doesn't show, but it initializes it. Okay, I think we just need to use a future builder here. We just need to use a future builder because this just isn't, it's not like now we're not getting an error, but the problem is still there where this app list is empty when this widget is being created and this async function doesn't finish until a very long time. So we will use a future builder, I guess. Guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but all right, let's save this for later. Oh wait, I think I just closed the tab that I needed. Yeah. So we're gonna save this, close this, this, and we'll look up there's also some official documentation here. Maybe we could take a look. Okay, yeah, it's a future builder. It's a future builder. So let's do that. Let's give it a go. Uh, I'm not exactly sure how to use the braces. I guess I'll watch this video here. I don't think you guys will be able to hear this, which is fine. That was a lot of information, but let's try to give it a go. Yeah, let's try to give it a go here. Okay, init state and then a future builder. Init state and then a future builder. So do this. We'll maybe we can go here and see what exactly they do in their example. Oh, this async stuff sometimes just gets me dizzy. Essentially, a future builder is used to show information. So like while it's waiting to be done, it'll show something else in the background, like a waiting result, and then it'll show. So here we have to create a future, and the future needs to show eventually. Okay, cool. So let's do this first. For the first, we need to create a future. And this future is equal how do we create a future? All right, let's start. Okay, let's see what this guy does. Device info plugin, and then this guy does device info plugin and stores it in here. Okay, this is a little confusing. Oh no, here. Okay, device info plugin is equal to this. And that's equal to an await. No, this is too confusing. But this guy doesn't create a future. It just creates a device info plugin. This is the problem with dealing with this is the problem with dealing with other people's code. Sometimes sometimes it's not exactly what you want. Let's try going to a different one. That one is pretty helpful, but the context is a little bit off. Okay, so in this one, this guy just does this, and then auth.current user. All right, it seems like the future can just be, oh, this is a future void statement. So I think we can just pass the method, right? We could just pass the method here. So we can do this. We can wrap this in a future builder, right? And what's the problem? Needs future, builders required. Okay, let's start with future. And We'll do focus page model, not get appless, and the next thing is a builder. All right, and it seems like the builder. All right, context snapshot. I think that's fine, and we can just do this. And we can return all of this. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Oh, did that work? I think that worked. I think we don't need this anymore though. We don't need this. Okay, yeah, so the pending's just up in the top left. A little bit laggy there. So this means I wonder if we get this twice. Let's do this. Cause this is just gonna lag. So let's say appless count is equal to 0. And every time that appless gets called, we'll bring the count up by 1. And let's just see how many times it gets called. We have to print we have to print the count here. All right, let's see. If it's 1, it's fine. 4. Wait, let's print it here because I want it to be at the end. It seems like it's printing. I'm pretty sure this is it. Let me make sure that this is it. And we also need to refresh this because I don't think this is okay, appless count 2. Okay, it is counting twice. This is the problem. I want this to be created, but this should be this would already be going by the time yeah. So the appless that gets the appless that's asynchronous that happens when we first start the application happens, and then when we go to this app, because we need a future state, we call it again. So now what we need to do is we need to check we need to make this future statement to check if the appless is loaded. So I think that's where we'll start off in the next video. So yeah, this seems like a decent place to end for now. I feel like we made a little bit of progress. We obviously didn't get to what we wanted to, but these sessions take a little bit of time. So make sure to subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on the next video to continue working on this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.